Hi guys, in the previous video I showed you I bought this in the charity shop. Radio controlled, 27 megahertz. Found it works with this controller that I've got because it's got no steering as such, it's skid steering. You've got, I'm guessing, two motors in there, one for each wheel, which you control. Well, yeah. Oh. So I'm going to take it apart and have a look. So I'll add this video to my radio controlled cars playlist and also to my radio control car steering playlist, because I've had lots of questions about toy grade radio control car steering. So I've got a separate playlist with short videos where I've just had a look at the steering mechanisms. Right, coming apart. Okay. So up inside we've got some LEDs. Oh, I see. That's a weight at the back there. Oh, it's got a magnet in it too. I reckon it's supposed to tow things or something with a magnet like that back there. Never mind, that isn't what we're looking at here. We're looking at this. Right, those are, I didn't see those LEDs coming on. Let's just switch that on again. Switch that on. Oh yeah, they do come on. I just wasn't seeing them. How about the back? Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, so the LEDs work. We've got one motor there. Oh, is that another motor there? Yeah, we've got two motors, one there, one there. So we've got two sets of power wires to feed the motors. This here is the battery box, so we've got the negative and positive, and down there I'm guessing all those nice transistors there are the H bridge, or two H bridges. Oh, let's turn it off again just so I don't accidentally short anything out. That's a nice layout there, everything's clear. I don't know if we can see what the chip is. So I guess what we ought to do now is see if we can take one of the gearboxes apart and have a look inside. I mean, there's not going to be a great deal there. The steering is either one motor moves or the other motor moves, or you have one forwards and one backwards. Let me see if we can, oh can we, yes we can get the wheels off, that's handy. Get the dust off from the hairs, yeah. That'll probably help it a bit. We've got three screws on this side of the gearbox. Looks like that's just going to pull straight out. Gently does it. Yeah. So, interestingly enough, it's that motor that is driving this wheel, because that's the gear on the end of that motor, not that one. Then we've got a reduction set up. Oh, we've actually got a broken tooth there. Can you see that? Yeah, so there's a broken tooth there, and there's a broken tooth there. So this one, if we were worried about it, would want a bit of tender loving care to replace those gears. But I suspect chances of getting matching gears are nil. But we should be able to put this one back together easily enough. I did have somebody complaining in one of my videos that I didn't disassemble absolutely everything on the car. That isn't really why I do this. I'm just interested to see how it works, and some of the things just don't need taking apart. But I will have a little peek on the opposite side just to see that it's exactly the same, only reversed. Oh, because we're zoomed in now, aren't we? It's handy that the wheels unscrew and we can get rid of all this fluff and muck. You can probably see the screws easier now. Okay, lift that bit out, and there we go. It's this motor this time driving this gear. It's driving that, and it's driving that. And this time, that little shaft has stayed in there. So, any broken teeth on this side? No, that one looks in perfect condition. So I'll put it back together and check that it still works. I suppose we could just have a little peek there. That's the on-off switch for the battery box or the power supply. I'm not going to spend a lot of time trying to identify the different components on the receiver board there. But that would be a handy little receiver for other projects, knowing that it's the same amount of power going to both motors. Because if you take apart a normal little cheap toy grade radio controlled car, the H-bridge that feeds the drive motor is more substantial, can take more power than the H-bridge that drives the steering motor in lots of cases, because the steering motor doesn't need to be as powerful as the drive motor. Whereas this one is going to be feeding the same amount of power to both motors. You see the front end is just an ordinary axle, just going straight through. This back in. into the little screw that went in there. I've lost it. Or is that it? Yeah, it's that one. It's a little one. Flick it back on again. Check that we haven't done anything silly. Right. Just show that again. That's the aerial. LED, 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 and a fairly substantial magnet. Get those wires where the battery box wants to go. Now I've knocked out that LED. That's going to need a bit of hot glue to hold it in place, otherwise that's going to rattle around inside the car. Yeah, alright, I'll have to put a bit of hot glue on that. Remember to put the wheels back on, might be handy. Screws dropped out. Yep, that still works.